everyone, welcome. This is a pre-algebra video. We'll be focusing on algebraic vocabulary. You should be on page 5 of your pre-algebra quarter 1 notebook. So let's begin. We've got some vocabulary, and our first term is expression. An expression is a mathematical statement without an equal sign or an inequality sign. So there is no equal sign. That's really important, or inequality sign. Also important. I like to think of expressions as incomplete sentences, mathematical phrases. So let's think about a few expressions. 5 times 3 is an expression. I know that 5 times 3 is 15, and if I were to put equals 15 there, I would make it an equation, but as it's written, it is just an expression. Most of the time, we see our expressions with some variables. So 5x plus 3 is an algebraic expression. And we also could have x minus 5, x plus 5, x divided by 5, and so on. An equation, on the other hand, is a complete mathematical sentence. So it's a mathematical statement with an equal sign. Kind of bringing in these examples, 5 times 3 equals 15. I've now made that expression an equation. 5x plus 3 equals maybe 18. X minus 5 equals 25. And so on. As long as there's an equal sign, you've got an equation. Our last term up here at the top are inequalities. So remember, expressions didn't have equal signs or inequality signs. An inequality has the inequality signs. We've got greater than or equal to, greater than or equal to. So let's say I have something like 4x is greater than 5. So it's something times 4 that's going to be greater than 5. Or I could have x minus 3 is less than or equal to 10. Or just one more, 5x, I'll just use that one up there, is maybe greater than or equal to 23. So those are all inequalities. Let's go down here to the bottom of the page, and we've got parts of an expression. So we're going back to this word, and here we have an expression, 7x squared plus 6x plus 11. The variable is a letter that represents an unknown number. So you can see up here that x is the variable. It's a letter that represents an unknown number. Sorry, didn't come out so well. So in this case, we've got the letter x. The coefficient, or the coworker of the variable, is the number before a variable, and it does imply multiplication. So this is 7 times x squared, so 7 is a coefficient. This is 6 times x, 6 is another coefficient. The constant is any number without a variable. In this case, we have an 11. And terms are separated by our mathematical operators, addition or subtraction. So we have 7x squared, that is a term. 6x is a term, and 11 is a term. Let's go on to page 5 and apply what we've learned to page 6 and apply what we've learned on page 5 to a couple questions you might see. What is the coefficient? So I'm looking for the coefficient of the second term in the following expression. So I need to know two things. First, what is the second term? Remember, a term is separated by mathematical operators. So 5x squared is a term, 9x is a term, and I've got that 12 as a term. My second term is 9x. So what is the coefficient? It's 9. Let's look at number 2. Identify the constant in the equation below. A constant is a number without a variable. It's a number all by itself, and that looks like 5. And finally, Write an expression that satisfies the following criteria. I need 3 terms. So if I look up here, here's an expression with 3 terms. 1, 2, 3. I need 1 constant. I'm actually going to look above again because 12 is my constant. 2 different variables, x and y. This does not satisfy that requirement. And 1 negative coefficient. -2 is a negative coefficient. So I'm going to actually use some of my elements from up here to create my expression. I'm going to use -2x. That gives me my 1 negative constant, and it gives me the x. Then I'm going to use this, but I'm going to make it a y. I'm going to say plus 5y. So now I've used my other variable. I have 2 terms. I need a constant, so I'm going to add 5. So I have 3 terms, 1 constant, x, y, and a negative coefficient. There are infinite possibilities for this. That was just one of infinity. That's it for this video. Thank you so much. See you later.